I first began talking about carving in marble, people would look at me a little bit askance, like, how do you plan to do that? Are you going to use pneumatic tools? When I said, I need to move in almost 1,000 pounds of marble into my studio, can I use a forklift? People didn't understand how I was going to go about carving.
Right now, there are very few people working in this tradition. What excites me about Jyl as an artist and as a person is that she doesn't recognize any limits for herself. She's also an autodidact. She's taught herself a variety of different topics, and I think that's fascinating.
She takes this big, giant piece of stone, and she actually captures the essence, the soul of that piece of rock.
I sometimes think to myself, why do I start carving stone now? Anything can be 3D scanned, it can be 3D printed. I could have a sculpture in an hour if I needed one.
Some of the greatest artists, some of the greatest musicians, they didn't go to school for it. They didn't go and get their fine arts degree. They didn't study under a master. They became their own master.
When I started to feel this desire to carve, and I couldn't shake this desire to carve, I ended up buying a set of chisels in New Orleans. The art store practically gave them to me. They said, they've sat here for 5 years. No one will ever buy these chisels. Give us $20. Having to use a hammer and chisel gives me a lot more information about the material. I'm very much fascinated by fragmenting and breaking and allowing the sculpture to also showcase the natural stone.
Very few artists these days want to put in the work. It's beautiful to see that effort and the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into it, carving a life out of stone.
The idea behind this initial series was that we have this illusion of immortality. As a consequence, every sculpture is created with the idea that it's going to be a fragment, it's going to be a remnant. Simply to reflect that we all are transitory. This is all very transitory. What I'm looking for when I carve by hand is the essence of the stone and the practice of an art form that has gone on and on throughout centuries and thousands of years of history. I'm looking to not create perfection. I'm looking to create art.